Hi, this is a review of the April 27, 2011 tornado outbreak for the North Alabama area. Also, while we're here, might as well review some neat features that you can do with GR Level 3. So one of the first is you can download historical data from the National Weather Service and review that data in GR Level 3. Of course, with the version 2 that I have here, you have the capability of dual pole technology review as well. Unfortunately, for April 27th, we did not have dual pole radars to help us with this outbreak, which may have been why they've upgraded them all since. So one of the first things, well, we have some data playing in the background here. You can pull in all kinds of spotter data, so you can actually see the spotters driving around. You can pull up historical data. You can pull up, they're called place files, and you can generate your own. So for example, I got place files that shows my home, my brother's home, friends' homes, stuff like that, so I can quickly see if they're in danger. You can also pull up historical tornado paths. So we're going to turn on the April 27th tornado paths. Of course, these are not exact, but they do paint a picture for you. You see North Alabama got covered up starting from early morning to late afternoon. So let's get into this and look. First thing in the morning, this is 6 o'clock in the morning. Pretty strong cell is traveling northeast. As you can see, it tracks through here. I'm not sure, I haven't looked through which one of these were early morning, but there's plenty of damage areas and tornadoes that were produced potentially from this cell. One particular one I do know about was all the way in Georgia. My hometown. Matter of fact, it went pretty close to my old home, which is located right here. It's currently where my brother lives. Nothing really stands out except for the rotation. You can see this area had high level of rotation differential for this storm as it tracked northeast in this area. Pulling in some more data. No itinerary plan for this exercise, so I'm just kind of going through and looking for storms as they pop out, especially the large ones. And in this shot, you see this rotation showing up in this area here. Also, you see this large cell of a vertically integrated liquid showing up. And if you look over here, you see a little bit of a hook echo starting to form. And you see this track here. It says an F4 started at 1340. And if you look here, this is should be 1342. So as we track along here, you see the rotation is pretty high. And we can actually go in and see the rotation at the bottom of the screen. I'm getting minus 54, 51 top. We're seeing 46, So that's over 100 mile an hour differential there. It's actually in knots, but it's pretty close if you just want to estimate to use the numbers. You see the cloud here is 50,000 feet. Substantial height to these clouds. Supercells. As we step through here, the hook echo here becomes very predominant. You can see it very well. Rotation is very visible. You can also see it here. And now the cells at 53,000 feet. We step through, hook echo is still very visible. Rotation still very visible. In fact, we can zoom in a little bit. And you can see it very well with GR level 3. Rotation as well. Let's see if we got any more height. We're still at 50,000 feet. For those that don't know, most aircraft don't fly above 40-something thousand feet. So if you was in a flight that day, the pilot went around the cell. He did not go through it or under it. So we track through, still see the hook echo, still see the rotation very well. And the cell still tracks to the northeast. Pulling in some more data. You see a strong rotation here about 3 o'clock afternoon. You say 1500 CST. They reported this F4 track here. Potentially see a little bit of hook here. You have to use imagination for that one. The VIL, you definitely see a lot of content in that storm. The cloud heights are 44,000 feet. We step through, you see a very sharp rotation point. The cell as it tracks to the northeast. Also looks like it takes a turn there. I'm not sure if these are the same tornado tracks or not. 1535, 1501. It's rather interesting. The tracks they got marked here, it's a little bit of confusion there, but definitely a large tornado that tracked through Trenton, Georgia at that point. Looking at the west side of Alabama, down in the Hackleburg and Phil Campbell area, we see another strong cell moving through. Another 54,000 foot supercell. See a very strong rotation showing up on radar. At this point, I'd probably be better off pulling radar data from this radar site here, but we pulled this from the KHTX, so we'll just view it for now. As you see the storm advance, rotation still very strong. You do see a hook echo showing up. A lot of these storms, I don't point them out always, but if you look, you'll see a hook echo appear, then kind of disappear and reappear again. This one has special memories for me, so to speak. Not so special, I should say. But I was a fortunate, one of the fortunate few that it just brushed by my neighborhood. Spared my family. As you see here, this is my home. And you can see the storm just goes north of it. That actually measures out to be about 900 feet. House sustained minor damage compared to most. Very strong rotation. Very high clouds. I haven't quite figured out why they marked this storm with two different lines and two different lengths, but at any rate, this was the F5, one of the F5s that marched through Alabama. You can definitely see its rotation. Now, interestingly, I haven't figured this one out yet. As we advance through, there is another rotating supercell here that appears to have another hook echo tracking almost the same exact path. Now, I do not know if that one was if that was producing a tornado. Well, as you look at these storms and storm tracks and these fatality numbers, I still pray that these people that had lost family members cope with this, their loss, and somewhat rebuilt their lives. And hopefully these events will not happen again, but so far they've been on these 35 to 40 year pattern, it appears to me. 2011, 1974, and if you go 35, 40 years before that, you'll see another tornado outbreak. 35 and 40 years before that, I believe you'll find another one. All we can do is be better prepared and make sure we have places to go in the event of a storm. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the look back at the storms, the software. It's $80, $70, something like that. If you're interested in getting the software, highly advise it if you want to track storms. For yourself, for your family. Of course, you can always rely on that news guy, but like this particular day here, there's only you can only track so many. And I think this day definitely made some weathercasters shine, and some of them I'm glad they're not in this area. Anyway, till next time, have a good one.